Hello and welcome to the Financial Room. I'm your host, Natasha Bridgmohan, mortgage broker with Mortgage Intelligence and President and CEO of the Bridge Group of Companies. Today's topic is going to be maybe a very somber one, but something that I think that I really need to address, and especially in terms of educating individuals who are living paycheck to paycheck, unfortunately. What we're going to talk about is signs of financial trouble, how to identify them on time, early, and save yourself from a lot of financial stress and havoc. Now, we live in Canada, and it's getting more and more expensive to enjoy our lifestyle in terms of ensuring that we have enough money to spend in those wants and needs in our day-to-day life and activities. For every dollar that we earn, an average based on Stats Canada, for every dollar, I say that again, for every dollar each Canadian earns, they're spending $1.35 to $1.38. So what does that mean? You're spending more than you can earn. And what is happening right now is a lot of people are not realizing that they are shortchanging themselves from a very healthy retirement and a very speedy retirement. A lot of people are retiring later in life. A lot of people are semi-retiring, which means they have to work part-time. So we're going to identify signs of, you're getting into trouble and how to avoid that trouble. So how do you know when you're in trouble financially or you're at the border and you need to identify resolutions and solutions to help you get out of it? First and foremost, for most of us, we have something called a bank overdraft. So if you're constantly using that overdraft and you're going over your overdraft, those are signs that your money management skills are not as sophisticated as they need to be, and you're not taking responsibility in what's coming in and out of your bank account. So again, by monitoring your expenses online or looking at your bank statements will help guide you to ensure that you're not using your overdraft, because ladies and gentlemen, overdraft expense can be very, very, very expensive. Those charges do rack up and they are compounded on a monthly basis. So that's something to take note of. Also, if you have credit cards and you are using your credit card and you're maximizing your credit card or going over the limit, not only does it bruise your credit, but those are signs that you can't afford using your debit card or paying cash for something and you have to borrow on extended credit. That's a sign that you may be in financial trouble. Also, a big sign is spending and buying things that you know that you can't afford. So that's something that you also need to be conscious of when you are planning a healthy budget in terms of enjoying your life and balancing your bank book. If you're also borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, now this is a very dangerous sign. If you're doing advances from your credit card and to pay off another credit card debt or to pay another debt, and you're just borrowing and it's a revolving recycling, it is very, very important that you understand that you need to sit down and face the music, that you could be in future financial problem or you're already in knee deep. So resolutions, what can you do once you see those red flags or some of those struggles that I've just mentioned to you that you're experiencing? What can you do to identify resolutions and solutions? Very, very simple. There's many, many options that are available for Canadians today to get out of debt or to avoid getting into more debt. Very simple. First thing, make sure that you have a monthly budget, even a weekly budget or even a daily budget. I have a daily budget, I have a weekly budget, monthly budget, quarter budget, and annual budget. That keeps me on track for all my financial goals and responsibility in terms of household expenses and so forth. Second of all, get acquainted in terms of meeting a financial advisor. Go to the bank and ask to see if you are able to consolidate your debt into an unsecured loan. If it's an unsecured loan, or if you have a home, maybe you can refinance and consolidate to lower debt. There are so many opportunities to help you get yourself out of trouble or avoid getting into trouble. Now, if we're having this conversation today and you're thinking that it's too late, that you're getting collection calls or some of your credit has been revoked, we're here to help you, and I really strongly suggest that you pick up the phone and contact any one of our professional mortgage advisors or our credit advisors to sit down so we can educate you and get you a plan for success. Because remember, my audience, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So it's very, very important that you identify those key signs, those red flags that you may think that will result in financial distress or trouble down the road. Now, credit in this country is extremely important. So to maintain excellent credit, it's very, very important that you don't overuse your credit card. You just don't pay minimum balances. You're overpaying your minimum balances to pay down that debt. And don't spend or overextend yourself and knowing that you cannot afford that later on when you get that big fat bill. We're here to help as always. And again, always connect with a local expert too as well if we're not nearby for you. You can always visit us at www.thebridgegroup.ca or toll free at 1-866-553-7467. Again, for any previous episodes or this episode too as well, please feel free to view us on YouTube. Once again, thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed today's topic. Take care.